All new tonight right here at 6. Well, many of you grew up listening to him. I know I did. His cutting-edge humor had the town talking in the 70s and 80s on radio stations like WLRS and WQMF. But for most of his career, Terry Miners has called WHAS Radio his home. Today, his company announced a new deal with Terry that'll take him into a rare club of broadcasters. So I talked to him about it just a couple of hours ago.
Welcome aboard. You're with News Radio 840 WHAS. Terry Miners here.
Just after 3 o'clock, 66-year-old Terry Miners kicked off his show once again, as he's done every weekday since 1985 on WHAS Radio.
As a kid, riding in the car, my dad would listen to the radio and laugh at guys on there, and I thought, what a cool thing that is.
And now Terry is entering a new phase of a heralded broadcasting career.
And I greatly appreciate just working with you guys every day.
He's just signed a new 5-year deal with WHAS and iHeartMedia. By the end of it, he will enter Louisville radio history, 52 years on the air. I sat down with him in his 4th Street Live studio.
I want to get the real story. The real story they're keeping you around is, they'll be honest with me, is because you can correctly pronounce Dumanel Street in Versailles.
True. I'm a Kentuckian all the way down to my bone marrow, and I love Louisville.
It looks as though you're offering everybody a full plate of quality.
At 52 years, it means he will join the ranks of the late Milton Metz. Terry worked to get this banner of Metz hung in downtown Louisville in 2017.
Reverberations continue to this day on the station because he was a high-quality interviewer and ambassador for the community. And so, yeah, I learned a whole lot just standing near him.
Terry's early career on radio was focused on comedy, first in Lexington.
I went to the University of Kentucky, and during my 2nd year, got a job at the local radio station, the rock station, because I'm so insanely cool.
But his eye was always on 84 WHAS Radio.
I heard about it from someone here who kind of called me and tipped me to it. I immediately wrote a letter that said 84 reasons why you should hire Terry Miners. And the guy who hired me later said, as soon as I read that, I knew I was going to hire you.
Metz told him never to do anything to land negatively on the front page of the news.
Milton was so great. On my first day at WHAS, he took me on a tour of the building, and then when we got to the end, he turned and looked at me, and he had Dracula fangs in his mouth.
One thing to take notice, his company, iHeart, initially asked him to stay 12 more years.
I do see a turnaround in the media business where they're appreciating people who have institutional knowledge of their community, and they're able to relate that back to the audience.
In the last several years, he's turned his show into newsmaker interviews that usually break big headlines.
Walter Cronkite on the news, or Dan Rather, and they're like, what's wrong with you? Go out and play baseball. But I wanted to learn about the world that way. So yeah, through comedy, you are lampooning things that are going on in reality.
No surprise that he's embracing this new stage, crediting his family's work ethic. His dad, Mel, drove a milk delivery truck in Louisville.
The Schnitzelberg Giants!
And this Miners story, about as Louisville as it gets.
There was wrestling in the lobby of the Brown Hotel at 4th and Broadway. And he would go in there, take off his shirt, wrestle some guy, get $25, get back in his truck, and keep delivering milk. The things you do to feed your family.
The Miners family, big family, and they all stay in touch, which is so great to see. Now, we love having Terry part of our family here at WHAS 11. This also means he's going to stay in one other job, a host of the WHAS Crusade for Children. Terry's been doing that for 25 years now, and he told me it was one of the greatest honors ever to come his way. Christina?